Just to kind of kick things off, would you be able to introduce yourself, your business, what inspired you to start your business, and what were some of those initial challenges that you faced?
Yes, of course. So my name is Karolina. I'm founder of THEENK, which is a set of herbal, adaptogenic and nootropic tea blends designed to support mental well-being and brain function. At the very beginning, it was really hard. It was hard finding information. I didn't even know where to look for it, and it was just researching a lot of different things from packaging to basically coming up with the blends that we want to use, and to marketing it, to creating a website, like lots and lots of different moving parts. It was quite challenging, but it was also super fun. It was a great adventure to just have this vision, something you want to do, and just make it reality.
So your business is kind of founded around, really improving people's mental health. Can you share a moment where you felt particularly proud of the impact that you were having on your community and your customers?
When we were launching with a retailer last year, so we were supposed to launch into 600 stores, and that's something that I've been working on for 2 years. That was great, but it came with so many logistical challenges, like producing a lot of boxes of tea. Basically, we had to do it very quickly. We had to make sure that it all gets done on time, and that we have the money to produce that big of an amount. But yeah, in the end, we managed to do it, because that's what you do, right? Like you make it work. You just make it work.
Maintaining a work-life balance can be so challenging for entrepreneurs in general. I feel like it can be especially challenging for women, as we often have to take on more of the family roles. How have you personally managed balancing your work and your professional life without, letting anything slip between the two?
We launched in November 2019. 6 months later, boom, we've got COVID, we've got lockdowns. Lots of people started actually paying more attention to their mental health, because it became such a big problem. People lost jobs, people weren't able to go outside, weren't able to travel, weren't able to do the normal things that we did before. I did suffer from burnout. Completely honestly, that's what happened, and I did give probably 120% to the business, and everything was about the business. I didn't take any time off. Every time someone would say no, or there was some sort of failure, I would just need to take a day out, day away from the business, and just Netflix and just lay down and think about my life. In that moment, you need to decide what you're going to do next, right? Whether you're going to push through it and probably get even more burned out at the end of it, or take a break, or try to find some sort of balance. But now I do little events, or different bits of work for other companies, which does help me to basically move away from the business for a little bit and just focus on other things. And I think that's extremely important, whatever it can be to you, to find that balance. And for me, that's what it was, just making that space in my life to do other things.
How do you personally handle failure or setbacks when you come across roadblocks in your entrepreneurial journey?
I think it's just changed. You get more immune to failure, I would say, because it just happens so often that you don't care that much anymore. You just, okay, that's a no, so I'm just going to go for the next thing. And that's how I think we persevere. This is just a business, and businesses, you can exit that business. You may be able to sell that. You may have to close it down at some point, but you are still you, and you can do other amazing things.
So the concept of the glass ceiling is still prevalent in so many industries. Have you experienced any gender bias, in your experience as a female founder? And if so, how have you broken through those barriers?
A lot of the investors that I was talking to, if not even 99%, were men, mostly older men, much older than me. And I felt many times intimidated, and just that they were trying to patronize me. They always knew better how I should run my business. Sometimes you just need to step up to the role and really feel your power, because at the end of the day, in this particular situation, it's like I've built this business without their help, and it's an opportunity that I'm offering to them. It's not asking people for money, it's offering them an opportunity. And I think when you try to change the way you actually think about those things, it's all about the mindset, and it's all about looking at things from a different perspective.
Lastly, what piece of advice would you give to a woman out there that wants to start her own business?
At the very start, I didn't even share my story at all. Like, I didn't talk about myself. I didn't share my face on social media. I didn't, I didn't want to be the face of the brand, and I didn't want people to know why I started it. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna create a product. I know it's a great product. I'm not gonna talk about why I did what I did, and it didn't work. Basically, it didn't work. People need to buy from people, and they do want to hear why you started the business. Why is it going to do something for them? What did it actually do for you? So that's why I had to step up and actually become the face of the business, as you can call it. People love to see the real person. They love to hear the story. They love to hear what you're actually going through, because there's so many of those posts saying, oh, this is what I've done. This is amazing. I'm a female founder. I am founder, and life is just beautiful. But that's not true. Like, there is so many issues that we have, so many obstacles that we face, the burnout, the anxiety, so many people going through depression, but no one is talking about that. And then other people are getting imposter syndrome because they think, oh, is it just me? But it's not. It's not just you. It's almost everyone, but we only talk about the good things. It's the same as Instagram or every other social media. So I think whenever you say the truth, or you talk about what you're actually going through, people will respond. Treating a business like an adventure is always a great way to look at it, because it is thrilling, it is exciting. You go from nothing to something, and you actually make it work. But it can get hard. Like every adventure, you will have lots of obstacles. So it's always important to remember to go through them, but also that there might be an end to it, because we are not our businesses at the end of the day. We are not our businesses, and there is so many different things that we can still do apart from running a business. And I think that's very important to remember, that it's not our entire identity, basically.
It is so great to speak to you today about your experience as a female entrepreneur. So thank you again for sharing your story with us today.